Hello, hello. How's it going today? So here we have a nice little n8n workflow that I actually made recently. I've been putting it off for so long. It's something I do all the time is create proposals, and contracts and stuff like that. And it's very, it's not hard to make it easier on yourself by adding a little AI to it. So I decided to finally do that. So for example, I have a template for, it's also, I use it as a draft proposal and also a contract. And so basically where there's variables, I just I'm using the same format, this format of the two curly brackets, bracelets, and then like the variable name, right? And it's throughout. You'll see here's here too, and it's throughout the contract, right? Places where I have variables, contract slash proposal. Um, and then this is a form right here where I submit information. All right, so go here. Because it's connected to my AI, I authenticate, right? Okay. Then we'll put details of a job right here. No, I just put like raw transcripts in here and just have the AI handle it. All right, and it's submitted. And it's going to do its work over here. Show the execution. All right, and we'll just go through this one at a time to see what happened here. Boop, 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 boop. Press sound effects. Okay, so we have the job details. Put into the form. Nothing complicated going on there, right? We have OpenAI right here. Now, I sort of, it's not that I have a preference for OpenAI itself, but within n8n, they have the very convenient output format of JSON objects, right? Which makes things so much more reliable for output. And we need reliable because we're mapping variables, right? Anyways, we have, as far as the user values, we're just taking in the job details. Sorry about this transparency. I was working on changing the visual elements of my n8n for fun / work. But anyways, so here's the main prompt. Right. And so basically it's going to draft it. It's going to have all these variable fields mapped out. Right. And the final output is going to be a JSON that includes all the variables and the calculations of, what needs to be put there. Right. Okay. So you see here that here's the JSON link, put the table format. It's a little bit easier to see. Move this over. Right. So now we have client's names, Bob. We didn't get an address, but we got their contact details. It creates a project name based on the information it got and a brief. Um, Now, I didn't put any of that, right? It's basically, I left it in the dark a lot. So, like requirements for clarification for voice commands and support map actions inferred, right? So it's inferring information. That's part of the prompt is that it'll infer information and make sure to label it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you see, it just goes through all the variables, how long it's going to take to do. It makes I didn't give it a timeline, so it made an estimate. Um, Project cost was $50 I put there, and my standard is to collect deposit of 50%. So 50% is due in the front, and then at completion, the other 50%. There's also extraction notes right here, which I'm not actually using, but you could always save this stuff to a database, if it's helpful for you and map more information. So the first thing it's going to do is going to take my template over here, and we're going to copy it, right? It's going to take this template, and it's going to make a copy of it first. That way I don't destroy my template, right? Then once we have a copy of the template, we can get a file ID from that. See this ID right here? So now we have the identity of the duplicate. And all we're doing is replacing the variables now. We're using the Google Doc node, right? And we're using the ID of the copy. And all we're doing is a bunch of find and replace text. So each variable I find says old text, and then I replace it with the information that's from the OpenAI JSON object, right? So you see it'll map everything. Let me show you the final result over here. Okay, and you see here, this proposal is created right here. Bob, last name needed. The data is created. This is how new it is. I've only made one proposal so far with the system. Now, obviously, you want to go through it here. No, so here's what it created, and obviously, you know, you'll go through it and make sure it's accurate. But it filled in it does a lot of heavy lifting, right? So yeah, see the project name is added. All the fields are, look, here's the requirements, boom, 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 laid them all out. Deliverables, boom, boom, boom. Exclusions, boom, boom, boom. These were all propagated. These weren't part of the template. There's dynamic information. Here's the estimate of time it's going to take, populated here. You see, it has quotation marks around these. It's because the find in text is a string operation. So if you put just a raw number, it gives you an error. So I just put it around quotes to so it'll insert the number. Yeah, there's a lot of the stuff after, like here's the pricing, 50%, right? A lot of stuff after that point is not custom. This is like just repeated on all my contracts, right? All this fine print stuff, right? And there you go. The next step would probably be to have, because I'm using right now PandaDocs for the paid PandaDocs tier that doesn't include API. So I fill this out. The last part I fill out on the PandaDoc and send it from there. But this is a proposal. If they accept the proposal, I just change it from a proposal to a contract, put it on PandaDocs for signing and deposit. PandaDocs can collect the deposit to the same time for signing, at the same time as signing, and boom, we start business. We send over the credentials. The job officially starts as soon as I've received the deposit and all the credentials. Boom, the clock starts. It's on me to deliver, be in communication with the client, and then deliver and get paid the final balance, and bam. So anyways, I hope this was valuable to y'all. Completely free. Come to the community, grab it. Completely free, and you could get support. Just hang out with us a bit. Anyways, take care. Have a great day. Bye.